Okay, I actually wanted to study medicine, which is what almost everyone wanted to study.
Wow.
But funny enough, I'm happy I didn't get it because I can't even stand needles. I was into fashion and modeling at the same time. So I used to model for Turkey brands. I used to model for I was, of course, paid.
You were a model.
Yeah, paid. The love for business that still led me to real estate. I remember the very first time I went to a site, land in Ibejuleki. I didn't know what I was saying. I was like, I just like to say, this land is, I think then
You want to make those videos, right? Because
they said, okay, this land is, I think the land was 750 at that time. Maybe 850, I think 850, yeah. The land is 850, so this land is the title, this land, dry land. My sister, I won't lie, I didn't know what I was saying though. But you see, when you want to do something, I'm that kind of person. I'm very resilient. Like, if I want to do something, I go for it.
Hello there, and welcome to another exciting episode of Behind the Filter. I see your likes, I see the comments, I see the views. Don't forget to keep it rolling, and don't forget to turn on that post notification and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting videos like this. You already know, my name is Okolopis Uche, your host for this amazing podcast series. Behind the Filter is a space where we talk about the raw and unfiltered parts of individuals' life, how they manage and balance social media and real life. My guest for today is a real estate consultant and businesswoman and the CEO and founder of 0 Point Property Limited, a real estate company here in Lagos, Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Ambassador Rachel Ushebi Okafor. Am I getting it right now?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much. How are you feeling?
I'm fine, thank you. Very fine.
You look amazing, by the way. It is giving boss lady, boss chick. I love it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. So let's just get right into it. I went through your profile, and to be honest, I must say I am very impressed with what I saw.
Really?
You are doing amazingly well.
Thank you.
I noticed that you studied, you have a background in chemistry.
Yes,
you also have
sciences.
Chemistry, and you also have a master's in chemistry as well. Like, tell me about it, and how did you transition from chemistry to real estate?
Okay, so starting from my journey in school, right?
Yes.
Okay, I actually wanted to study medicine, which is what almost everyone wanted to study.
Wow.
But funny enough, I'm happy I didn't get it because I can't even stand needles. I can't stand needles.
Really?
I can't stand it. I can't stand the sight of blood.
But you wanted to study medicine.
Yes. Maybe it was, children fantasy and all that. So, but then getting into the university, I got chemistry, and along the line, I fell in love with it. I wanted to
Really?
I wanted to work in an oil company. I actually got offers, but I didn't really follow it through at that time.
Yeah.
So, and then while navigating through life, I discovered I also had flair for business. So even if I was in a paid job, I always loved business.
You had a business on the side.
Yes, I always had a business on the side. I always just wanted to do so. Even while I was in school, then I started with one particular product. They call it Combusto Health Filter. And everybody that comes around me then with their cars, I was always selling it. From there, I had someone I was selling clothes to in school. So I always loved business. I just always loved to do something.
Yeah.
So and then it was the love for business that still led me to real estate. So that's it.
So what happened? Why didn't you pursue chemistry in the end? You also had a master's in. I mean, if you get a master's,
okay, maybe that was, I wanted to work. As I said, I didn't just want to stop with masters.
Yeah.
I applied for my PhD, and I think that was maybe my parents had influence on that. Yes, they wanted. My mom, of blessed memory, really wanted me to study to PhD level, which I put in for, but because immediately after university, going for NYSC and all that, I put in for my master's immediately.
Okay.
And after that, I put in for PhD.
Almost immediately as well.
Almost immediately. As soon as I was done with master's, I put in for PhD almost immediately. And then I got this offer. But I now told myself, I need money. I Because I was already in the process.
Yeah.
And my mom, by that time, my mom, my dad, they always on me and everything. And I told them that, please, me, I need money. It's not my book.
Right now.
I need money. So I just like left it halfway at that time.
Yeah.
So, and it was still the pursuit of business and all that still led me, as I said, to real estate.
To real estate. That is so impressive. It's actually very fascinating. When I saw chemistry, I was like, chemistry?
Most people don't always.
Yeah, like, wow.
We right from school days, people always think that, oh, maybe I was in the arts. I was in the arts.
You
or
look
maybe,
like you'll be like in maybe humanities and arts department.
Or maybe bizarre something,
Yeah.
but I was in sciences.
Oh, that's so interesting. Can you? So you told me that you mentioned that it's your love for business that took you into real estate.
Yeah, okay, so for real estate, I was into fashion. I was into fashion and modeling at the same time. So I used to model for Turkey brands. I used to model for I was, of course, paid.
You were a model.
Yeah, paid. Yes,
paid model.
yes. So I used to model for Turkey brands.
That's fascinating, honestly.
Yes, I used to model for Turkey brands and also Nigerian brands in Nigeria here and all that. So, and then when I model, when they pay me, I get the clothes. They pay me for it. I still get the clothes. I sell them when I'm done. I sell them because they are brand new clothes.
You're such a businesswoman.
So they were brand new clothes. Yeah, brand new clothes. So I sell them too. And then I was also now selling. I was doing wholesale, retail. I used to do wholesale, retail and all that. So someone saw me like, that loves what I'm doing. Like a friend, like, he loves what I'm doing. That if I could build my fashion business like this, because I was doing drop shipping. I was doing drop shipping, I was doing wholesale, I was doing retail at that time. And then I was still modeling. So, and this modeling I'm talking about, the day I could do like 100 clothes.
Wow.
It was really stressful.
I know, modeling can be very stressful sometimes.
But when I calculate the model, like, okay, like, I can do this. I can do this. So, at that time, for the clothes, maybe it was the way that was motivating me. So, because like I liked it, I didn't like it. So, or like real estate, I love real estate. Wow. Yeah, I love real estate.
So when you were modeling, it's not like you were crazy about it or you wanted
in fact, then, so this is to happen to me. I'll bring that just the client, maybe the Turkey people or even Nigeria people, they should bring clothes. And when they bring, I just see heap of clothes. And when I see it, like my heart will just keep.
Because what is all of this?
I'm going to be all of this. And
oh my God.
I used to take like 2 energy drinks because that is it's not easy.
No.
It wasn't easy. So
it isn't.
It was not easy. So I was doing it then, and then someone like, that loves what I'm doing. Like the way I put my energy in fashion, that I believe that I'll be able to do something in real estate. I'm like,
wow.
So I didn't really know. This was 2019. I didn't really know. Like, I said, okay, I should just come for a training. I'm like, okay. So I went for the training, and the story I heard the first time, I was like, when I went for the training, it was inspiring. I saw women that were into fashion before they now transitioned into real estate. And in my head, I was like, these people can do it. I can do it
as well.
Yeah, I can do it as well. So I was like, okay. I said, okay, I need to come for training in Shongotedo. I live in Magodo. So I'll go from Magodo
all the way
to Shongotedo. And then the land they was even showing then marketing was in Ibejuleki.
Oh.
So I'll go from Magodo.
Sis.
I'll go from Magodo to Shongotedo. We'll now go to Ibejuleki. Mind you, I was still also into my fashion business full time.
Wow.
So, and I was still modeling.
And you were still modeling.
So this was me. So I had to, when I started real estate, I now dedicated, I split my week into 2. I said, okay, this week I'll face fashion. This week I'll do, half of the week I'll do real estate. And I was doing it that way. So maybe Saturdays, in fact, my Saturdays and Sundays, especially Saturdays, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I need to be free.
Oh, wow.
So it was just those clothes. I will wear them from Friday, wear into Saturday. Sometimes it might extend. If I have more clothes, I will wear maybe on Monday. And I have to send these pictures. I have to send them out.
You have to send them out. So
I would do videos.
I was going to ask that you record everything yourself, the videos.
No, I had a photographer.
Okay,
so I had a photographer. I had a staff. So we would I would do video dancing. I'm tired already.
Oh my God.
I'll be smiling. I have to smile for
You
the
have
camera.
to smile.
So I will shoot that, do the videos maybe overnight. Sometimes I don't get home to because I moved my where I was shooting to my store, the store I had then.
Yeah.
So I don't get home till 12 midnight.
Oh, wow.
11, 12. And then at night maybe the pictures start coming. All the people start disturbing me. Pictures, pictures.
Oh my God.
Yeah, pictures need to sell because the way Talking Brands work is they send in clothes on Thursday. You model them over the weekend. By Monday, you have to send the pictures out. So they have to distribute the pictures out to vendors. People that are marketing them. Wholesaler, people that want to buy because they have to buy by Thursday. So the pressure from different brands then, they're like, where are my pictures? Where are my videos?
Oh my God.
I'll now sit down at night, like when everybody's sleeping, I'll be sending one by one. Maybe this one, 20 clothes, 30 clothes, 40 clothes. I'll send to all of them.
It must have been very, very stressful.
It was, but funny enough, I had the energy, so I even loved it. In fact, I was feeling like a superwoman at that because I won't sleep at night. I'll be sending those pictures out. Then the next day, maybe I have a training or we have
you have to go out again.
And
you were really a superwoman.
No, but at some point, it was now telling that, okay, you have to, because
take a break at least.
You have to pick one also. You have to pick one also. So I would do that. Then the next day, I'm on my way to Shongotedo to because then I was even doing mainland. I was doing more of island properties, more of Shongotedo all the way from Aja all the way to Epe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we'll do Epe, we'll do Bejuleki, Shongotedo, Oyaya, Maka will go to the site.
Oh,
and I remember the very first time I went to a site, land in Bejuleki. I didn't know what I was saying. I was like, I just like to say, this land is I think then
you have to make those videos, right? Because
they just told me, they said, okay, this land is, I think the land was 750 at that time. Maybe 850, I think 850, yeah. So the land is 850, so this land is the title, this land, dry land. My sister, I won't lie, I didn't know what I was saying though. But you see, when you want to do something, I'm that kind of person. I'm very resilient. Like, if I want to do something, I go for it. So, whether I know it or I don't know it,
you do your best.
I'll just do my best and leave it. So, at that time, I just bucketed the videos. And I did that consistently. So, I was balancing both fashion and real estate. And then I think I didn't get my first client because my first client, the very first time, I didn't even know I loved real estate because I was doing it as a side also. Because what I was doing basically was my fashion, which was okay. So I now discovered that the first time I took a client, I was feeling because I didn't even know what I was showing the client. But there's this thing, I didn't know what I was like, but I just discovered that I had this piece. Like, I was just like, I love this thing I'm doing, but I won't lie, I did not know what I was doing.
You were doing
I didn't know what I was doing.
Instant
at that point, but I just knew that I had peace. And then, so I had to weigh my options. And then I told my family, my dad, I told him that okay, so I was balancing both real estate and fashion. At that time, I was doing the both of them side by side. And real estate is demanding. It's very demanding.
It's demanding. Have to go everywhere.
You have to go everywhere. You have to, it's demanding. It's really demanding. You have to do follow-ups, client documentation, inspections, and all that. So I just told myself that, okay, I sat myself down that I have to pick one also. So, but even at that time, I was still doing the fashion. I did not have time for it. Although so what I did, I dedicated. I had people that were managing the fashion. But there's this thing that if you're not there in your business, if you're not, it's not even about doing. If you're not there, they won't take it to you. So I had people stealing from me and all that. And it was not now. Even when it was different, I didn't really bother because they're like, big. He was the real estate that was
that
my priority to be. So I just told myself, I told my dad then that I want to stop. Everyone like my friends, I'm still like, what? Because I had built my brand
already.
Fashion.
People know you already.
Yeah, people already knew me. Like I even had celebrities that were patronizing me in fashion then. So people knew me and all that. Both people that were buying from me, people that were doing wholesale. And then I was like, I want to go into real estate. And I was like, so what do I want to do with my fashion business? And I said, so what was in my head was like, if I can build, because I basically built my fashion business from nothing, like
from the ground up.
Nothing as such. And I was still coming up to not like a hair and everything. But what I told myself is, if I could do this with my fashion business, I can do it with real estate. And I had few people that, okay, I just liked what they were doing. And I said, if this person can do it, why can't I do it? Do you understand? So even when I didn't know what I was doing, I like, no, if they can do it, maybe I can do it too. So
you always need that motivation. If you can keep pushing yourself, even if you're not good at it yet, you would become better.
Because even then, my videos, naturally, I'm a shy person, you know. I always say that I'm a shy person, but I think it's just resilience. Yeah, just resilience. I just have that in me.
That's a very good attribute to have.
So if I put my mind to something, I do it. I go for it and I do it. So that was just it. Yeah.
That's so impressive.
Thank you.
You were a fashion mogul and then you went into real estate. It's so beautiful to see. So tell me, how were you able to start up GeoPoint Property Limited?
Okay, so as I said, after my friend introduced me to real estate and I went for the training, I told myself, okay, I want to do this. And it was now, okay, what name will I use? I don't know any name. Because I remember even thinking of the fashion name I wanted to use. I know I had to think inspiration and everything. And all. So I was just like, luckily for me, my dad is a geologist.
Oh,
yeah, GeoPoint.
Wow.
So my dad is a geologist. So, and he used to work, and he just had the business name GeoPoint Nigeria Limited. He just had that business name GeoPoint Nigeria Limited, but he didn't have time he didn't push the brand because he was working with oil companies. Yeah, and he was on a paid job and all that.
So he didn't
have the time. It was just something that he said, okay, I want to do. But he didn't have the time at all because he was always traveling and he didn't have the time. So I just told him, I said, Daddy, that your name. Bring it now. Let me use it. I said, okay. So that was how. So it was not difficult for me to search. When GeoPoint started, I didn't even started like me. So I used to tell people that when I started real estate, I used to tell people that I'm working for the company. Oh. So I used to say I'm working for GeoPoint. I'm working for this. So because you were just like, okay, I work.
You were still learning.
Yeah,
so you didn't want to like put.
No, because sometimes I just said, okay, I was working for GeoPoint. I work for GeoPoint because I think the name maybe was the name itself, maybe most people then when they even call, they're expecting a man's voice. Maybe probably because of the name.
It kind of gives that very serious, like manly.
So they're like, so when they say that, I work for the company.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I work. So that's how GeoPoint came about.
That's how it came about. So interesting. I know. In your profile, you mentioned that you started GeoPoint during the COVID era.
Yes.
I know starting any business during that era would have been, it's been like taking a risk, right? Tell me about it. Like, did you face any challenge starting your company in 2020 in a time where the whole world probably shut down? Yeah.
Like I told you, I'm a dodged person. If I want to do something, I just sit back, relax and think. So, and at that time I was also very, very much involved in my fashion business. So But it looked like the world was going to end that time.
We really thought it was going to end.
People were still, at that period, I was still buying goods from Turkey with the COVID. I was buying goods. Yeah, I put money there and I was buying things from Turkey. So, and I was still, to your point, I was still also doing it. So,
managing that.
Yeah, I was still managing that also. So, I was just, how do I put it? It was just something that I was still
building,
yeah, whether there was challenges or not.
That's interesting. That's so nice. So, you mentioned that maybe you've not mentioned that yet. You're a mom, right?
Yes.
Like, I wouldn't even tell, like, you look so fit. Of 2 children.
I don't work out too.
You look so fit, like you wouldn't even tell. Tell me about it. How does it feel being a mom and still also being a leader, being all of this? Like, how do you balance the both of them?
I think women were naturally multitaskers, right?
Yes, we are.
So I think I don't know. It just comes with, maybe it comes with age, it comes with responsibilities and all. Like every day I do school runs. I still do school runs. I still do.
Every morning.
Yeah, every morning. Early. Like this morning, I still did school run. I do school runs every morning. Yeah. So, and I still follow up with their school activities. That cannot stop.
You're involved.
You're very, very much involved. Very, in fact, that one is first. That's first. Forget all the business and everything you're doing.
That comes first.
Yeah, their priority. Yeah.
Understandable. So how do you balance, having that professional life as a real estate investor, owner of a company right now? How is it like balancing the both of them? Because being a mom already is a full-time job.
Okay, so what I do, at first I used to do everything myself. Or, as you grow with time, more client base, more this, and so I delegate. So you have to delegate. You have to delegate. So I have people that also, I give them tasks and they also carry out some tasks for me. So that's it.
That's so nice. So I also read in your profile that congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Appointed as the youth ambassador.
I think that was 2021, September 2021.
And you had just started then?
No, I started I got into real 2019, but I was still, it was off and on.
Yeah.
So I got fully involved 2020. Because, but at the time I was still managing my fashion. I was still doing my fashion business full time. And then maybe they just saw what I was doing and they liked it. So.
And wow, congrats.
Thank you.
I mean, it's an immense honor.
Thank you.
But being appointed as the ambassador for youth, right now in real estate, do you feel like there is that representation for youths in real estate? Do you think there are like enough youths in the business right now?
Yes.
Enough.
Yes.
More than enough.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Thank you.
So tell me, like, I have worked in real estate for 2 years.
Okay.
And
how was it?
It was a very enlightening experience, right?
Okay.
Like I saw a lot and I learned a lot as well.
Okay.
And people usually have these stereotypes about women in real estate. Like there's this stereotype that men have about women in real estate.
Okay.
What is your perception on that?
That what?
Okay.
Yes, and I need to know.
You need to know. Okay, yes. So most times, most men, when they hear, you're in real estate, they immediately think, you're selling your body to get these deals, or you probably went through corners, or you're prostituting yourself to men to get deals. Those are that is one thing I know is a very rampant stereotype for women in real estate. Yeah.
Okay. My own perception, right?
Yes.
For me, I feel like if you give value, you don't need to sell body, or you don't need to cut corners.
Yeah.
So because if you're a person of value, even if you're not a person of value, you can actually build yourself by learning. For me now, I love to learn. Like I love to learn. I love challenges. So it's just that I have plans of still going back to school. Yeah, so I love to learn. So when you're learning, for me, learning is a lifelong journey. As long as you're learning, you're building yourself, you're someone that gives value. You don't need to cut corners. People will see that value in you, and You don't need to cut corners.
What would you say to men that have these stereotypes already, that have these mindsets already about women in real estate? They already kind of like expect you to sell your body to them. Because I have had an experience where when I was still in real estate, I tried to sell the property to a man, and he started off very interested. He came up like, I want to buy a property, I want this, and then all of a sudden he started talking about visiting his house, coming over to his house, but what are we doing at your place? Like
your property you want to buy is outside. Why are we? So that kind of situation.
Yeah.
That kind of situation. Sad. So, earlier on when I started,
yes,
I had that kind of business. So at that point, you need to be professional. You need to let them know that, for Christ's sake, I'm giving you value. You're buying the property in your name. The property is going to be, the appreciation is going to be in your name.
In your name.
Do you understand? You only just paying me my own professional fee for introducing you to a property that will add value to you. So why do I have to drop body? Do you understand? So come to come. For me, I feel like if you communicate your value, if you communicate what you are giving to them, and if they understand it, they'll buy. Serious client don't even stress you. From your experience.
Yes, like
serious
whoever is serious.
Don't even stress you. Just come, and it's just because we're talking about millions here, transactions, something that if you don't even get right, you can get into trouble.
Into serious trouble.
So
it's
something that is serious. So for me, I feel like you have to just handle it like
professionally.
Yeah, you have to handle it professionally.
So men out there that feel like any woman you see in real estate is trying to sell her body, like you have it all wrong. Like you need to change your mentality.
And the funny thing, the people that are doing very well in the industry don't have to sell body. So I at least I have colleagues, I know colleagues in the industry, the people that are doing really well. They don't have to do any of all that because there are guys that are also doing very well in the industry. There are a lot of guys that are doing well in the industry. They are not dropping body because they're selling value.
Because you're selling value. I don't know, when they see men, they kind of like understand that, oh, you're a man in real estate or something.
So I think it also has to do with the way you carry yourself. It also has to do with the way you carry, because it's what you portray that people would believe. If you're showing body. So if you appear professional, they'll take it that way too. So that's my own opinion.
That's just it. So as a female leader right now in the real estate company, in a traditionally dominant male industry, have you ever faced any challenges just because you're a woman in this industry?
No.
No. So it's equal treatment for everybody.
Yes, funny enough, sometimes I even like in transactions. I don't know. I've had transactions whereby I was the only female. Yeah, and in a way, I like it. I just like it because it just makes, in my head, I just feel like it's because I can remember the first deal I closed this year.
Yeah.
They were like, I was the only female there. And at some point, one of them was talking, and I just had to let him know. Women, I don't know. I just have to raise my voice a bit. That come on, don't come and bully me.
Also,
The fact that I'm a woman, don't. So I think I've never actually faced any
challenge or any, I don't know, they treat you a certain type of way, or like women, you're a woman. And
no, funny. I think maybe preferential treatment, like, okay, the woman, so let's not stress her, that kind of thing.
So that was the opposite, literally.
For me, I've not had
You've
that.
Not had that experience.
And I pray never to have that experience.
Yeah.
By God's grace. That's it. That's it.
Well, still being a woman in real estate, because in real estate business you have to network, you have to meet people. And, when we're having a conversation before we started about how, like, you have to go to events and meet people. And then you start seeing a lot of, because right now there are a lot of people in real estate, a lot of girls and all of that. Do you think it kind of like sends a different message when you're trying to network with these people, with men around, like, in real estate setting?
So for me, personally, networking, right? So I don't really go for, I don't know. Maybe I'm an introvert, extrovert. For me, I go to most of the events I go for are mainly like real estate events. So when I go for even other events, I'm not the kind of person that, apart from except for when I condition my mind. So I'm not the kind of person that, especially when it comes to real estate, I've had places where like, I need to market to this person, but I don't really know how to do it.
How to do it.
Honestly, I don't know how to do it. Like most of my clients
to approach someone.
So what I just do is communicate my value through my social media, because I'm not the kind of person that knows how to go meet people, because especially when it comes to men.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like if I go now to meet them, to meet maybe a man that I know that can buy
a property
or something, I just feel like if I go that way, maybe they'll start talking to that.
You'll get another idea.
So I don't want any of all that. So I just communicate my own value through my social media. That's it.
Interesting.
That's it.
I understand. Like, do you think being in real estate, do you think you need to be out there, to put yourself out there? Because I know that in my experience, I was told that you need to be out there. You need to go out. You need to meet people. You need to talk to people. Because where would you find clients that will be able to buy a property of 450 million? Do you understand?
Yes,
in this current economy in Nigeria.
So yes, actually, you have to be out there. But for me, I don't know if I've actually really put myself out there like that. Because as I said, I'm more of an
introvert.
Apart from, I'm still an extrovert too. I love to go. I love adventures. So I'm like, hey, I love adventures. But I'm still more of an introvert because I don't really go out there. So as I said, what I use is my, social media.
Social media.
Yeah. So that's it.
That's nice. So usually people have this perception that women in power or women that are doing very well for themselves have to like compromise their values or make some like personal sacrifices to it. Like, do you think that is true? Like women in power have maybe had to like compromise on something to get to where they are. I know you've probably met people that have this mindset about how women cannot make it on their own. They probably went through.
As I said before, I think it has to do with grace.
Grace,
One,
yeah.
That's grace. Two, value. If you're you don't have to cut corners if you communicate your value. If you put yourself out there, because I know of people that did not have to cut corners and.
Because right now, women or girls or ladies in Lagos, there's this BBL pandemic.
For me, I don't want to really talk about it. It's just about your own personal belief. For me, someone like me,
I've seen videos. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I've seen videos where, a very beautiful looking lady. I think this is why people even have that perception that ladies in real estate are trying to sell their body, because, you see a very beautiful lady, she's trying to show you an apartment and you're seeing the backside first. You're seeing her backside first. Even before you see the whole property, like it kind of gives that perception to people that, this is what they're trying to sell instead of what they're actually trying to sell. I know it's a lot.
Well, everybody has their own as I said, everybody has their own preference. For me, I feel very comfortable with myself. I eat needles, like even the checks, I eat needles. So I feel very comfortable with myself. I feel confident with myself. So there are also guys that sell it very well. They don't have to do any of all that. Just communicate your value.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's
my own belief. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Okay, let's move. Okay, before we even move, I want you to give advice to people, to girls especially, and women that are trying to break into that real estate industry, start up a business, or any industry per se, like starting a business, because you're a very business-oriented person. Tell me, give advice to women out there that are probably watching, what they can do better,
Even me, I'm still learning. But what I can say is you need to have passion. Yeah, you need to be passionate about what you need to first find what you love. But then you need to ask yourself, what is your why? Like, why are you doing this? So I believe that when you have that answer, then you can now pursue what you want. And then getting into business, honestly, having a paid job is even easier. Yeah, it's easier.
9 to 5, right?
Sometimes people even say, I want to be like me. Then, okay, apart from when I was working, I'm like, I like to be an entrepreneur so I can have time for myself. Yeah, I can have. Sometimes, like when I told you I was into fashion, I was literally working 24 hours.
Time,
Do you understand? Even real estate too. Sometimes I work. Sometimes I just tell myself, okay, you know what? I need to take a break. So if you're a young lady that wants to go into business, you need to first ask yourself, what is your why? When you have that answer, then you need to be passionate. You need to be resilient. You need to be dogged. Like there'll be challenges. You'll have challenges. Sometimes you might do things that might not go the way you want. You don't have to back out. Like even when I was into fashion, sorry, I keep going back to it.
Yeah, it's okay.
When I was into fashion, I had a first store. I closed it. Okay, so when I closed it, I came back. I went back to my drawing table and I went to and think. I said, okay, so what was I doing wrong? What do I need to do better? You need to go, even when you fail, as long as you're not failing backward, just keep failing forward. Keep failing forward. So as long as you're failing forward, I feel like it's okay. It's okay. So because then when I closed my door, it looked like I didn't have any, and truly, honestly, I didn't even know what to do.
Yeah.
But I just with God's grace and everything, you still just go back to your drawing table, strategize. So even when I was into fashion, people just see pictures, they see clothes. But even in fashion, then I used to go for trainings. I remember the first time, when I figured out people make money on social media, I went for it. I woke up very early in the morning, and everybody in the house there was laughing at me that, hey, you're going for, I paid for the training. Yeah, it was a paid training at that time. People were laughing at me that I'm just going to. I didn't answer them. I went for.
Just paying for training.
Yeah, so I went for it because I knew what I wanted. And when that opened my eyes to see that people actually make money on social media. Yeah, people actually make money on Instagram. Like, so if I didn't go for that training, I wouldn't have known that people make
that kind of money.
Okay, so that was after I closed the first store. So even when you're not getting things right, go back to the drawing table. Ask yourself, okay, what did I do wrong? What can I do better? You can also have mentors, people that have gone ahead, can ask questions and all that. That's just it.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
So, I know you've worked with a lot of brands.
Yes.
You mentioned that you're someone that wears a lot of hats. I wouldn't be able to start listing all the things you've probably done.
No.
You mentioned that you
mentioned that I also have a background in interior design.
In interior?
Yes. So in 2020. So this is it. I just figured that you can't do everything. So when I was doing fashion, I was also, apart from real estate, I was doing real estate. I also went for training in interior design. I have my certifications.
Oh, wow.
And I also did some jobs at that time. So what I did was, okay. And then after I finished advertising my real estate, houses, lands, I'll now show jobs that I'm doing. Oh, I'm on site with my measuring tape and everything. When I'm done, on my WhatsApp, I'll say WhatsApp. I'll now still put, my clothes. Okay,
wow.
I was doing all that.
You were like a jack of many trades. Yeah.
So I now had to just sit back because you need to get good at something. You can't do everything. Some people are lucky, maybe they can do everything.
Yeah.
But for me, I just told myself that, okay, I want to be excellent at something. So I picked my hustle.
Wow.
which is I picked. So I still have that interior. Yeah, of course, it's still there too. And aside that, I also do commercial modeling.
Yes, I was just going to mention that you've worked with CNN, you've worked with Stanbic.
No CNN, Stanbic.
Oh, you've worked with Stanbic?
Yeah, commercial modeling, Stanbic, Mortina, paid advert. So yeah, Mortina, Glow. I've done with Glow. I've done with GT Bank.
You're making that money. Hey.
Well,
Like, it's so impressive that you've worked with all of these brands it's so impressive, honestly.
so for putting up currently, I think I still have is it jingle or whatever TV?
Yeah.
Running in GT Bank.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Paid advert in GT Bank.
All right, but it's interesting that you've been able to work with these brands. Tell me about your experience working with them, because I know you said you're kind of like an introvert, but you're also out there. Tell me about the experience.
So before I got into that space,
Yeah.
I've always had those opportunities. So my own stories is a case of those opportunities come to me and I used to run away from them. And they keep coming. And at some point, I just told myself that, okay, like even this coming here, I've been getting offers like this for like years. I run away from it.
So I read in your profile that your company is all about providing affordable but luxurious houses for people. Tell me about that.
Okay, so we offer a range of services from off-plan houses to land banking. We have the real estate cashback. We have real estate cashback. We have apartment.
Wow.
We also have apartment. We also have luxury houses. So we have something for everyone. So it does not matter what it doesn't even matter what your budget. So if you come to us, we ask you, what's your budget?
Yeah.
Like, what's your budget? Do you want to invest short term or long term?
Long term.
Say, sometimes you just get clients, they'll say, I want to buy land. Can I sell my land back in 2 years? And I say, you know what, sir? Or ma, I'll advise you to go for our real estate cashback. When they ask me what's real estate cashback, I say, okay, it's a short-term investment for people that want to invest short-term. Rather than you buying land, maybe you're someone that has 5 million or 2 million or 3 million. Rather than you buying land and then you come back in a year to come and say, let us sell it for you.
Sell it, yeah.
Just come and do our real estate cashback, whereby we have from 35% to as high as 50% interest in 1 year, in 12 months. We also have up to 24 months. So I just advise my clients to go for that instead. So basically, when anybody comes to us that they want to invest in real estate, I just ask, okay, what's your budget? Where are you looking at getting? So right now we cover the island and we also cover mainland. Yeah, we cover island. We'll cover eyebrow areas on mainland like Omole, Magodo, Ikeja, GRA. We have Magodo Phase 1, Magodo Phase 2. Yeah, we have Surulere, the whole of Ikeja, and the whole of island. So we cater to almost everyone. We have something for everybody. Yeah, almost everyone. Yeah. So whether you're looking for a luxurious house of 1 billion,
okay,
yeah, we have it for you. Whether in Pinnock, Banana Island, Ikeja GRA, we have it for you. Or even Shonibari Estate in Maryland, we have for you. Or you're the person that wants to invest short term, we have that for you. Or you're looking for an apartment where you can do short term, short-let Airbnb, which is the current thing.
You have that.
We have that. We also have off-plan houses whereby you can we have houses where you can actually invest for as low as 5 million. Yeah, 5 million initial deposit, and then you spread your payment for up to 24 months. We even have houses where you can spread payment for up to 5 years. We have all that. So we cater for almost every.
That's interesting. So what are your thoughts on the housing situation on the island, especially the sinking states of, Lekki?
For me, I feel like it's due to the poor drainage system and all that. That's what causes the flooding. And this is why I think the government is also like demolishing some parts to ease way for flow of water back to the river and all that, back to the water and all that. So for B as a company, what we advise most of our clients before they buy any property is to run a proper due diligence. Like you have to do your proper due diligence, and this is not just about just allows maybe just going to land registry. You also have to make sure that you go to town planning. Like they need to know what the plan of that particular area is. You also have to check that property, there's no like mortgage or loan on it. So to buy property now, to run a proper search cost about 150,000 naira.
Wow.
Some clients, when you tell them that, they're like, "Why am I paying?" But I think that was then. You're buying a property worth millions of naira. What is 150 compared to the millions? So just for you to avoid any trouble. So where we come in is we always advise all our clients to do proper due diligence before buying any property.
Property. Interesting.
Yeah.
So let's leave real estate aside for now. Outside of like your professional interest, what is something personal that you like to do in your personal time to, relax and take that edge off?
I love to go to the spa a lot.
To just relax and be pampered.
Yeah. So I think for me, that's what I do. And then sometimes I hang out with my friends. Yeah. So that's what I just do on the side that keeps me going.
So who would you say is like your biggest cheerleader and your support system? Who?
My dad. My son. My dad. Yeah.
That's so nice.
Like every day is always if sometimes if I tell him maybe some days, being an entrepreneur is not easy. So some days, sometimes I might just want to just stay at home. He's like, "My daughter, why you have been staying at home too much?" And funny enough, right from time, even when I was in my master's, it was both my both parents, they were the ones pushing me. Like I was an adult already, but and I remember when I got my my certificate, I remember my mom, the way she was dancing, it was as if I went to get that certificate. And I was like, she was more excited than
you were. Oh wow.
So yeah.
That's so nice, honestly. It's been a pleasure having you here, discussing and sharing your insights on real estate, women in real estate, handling. Like, you have such a fascinating story, to be honest. Being a mom and still balancing your professional life. Usually, it is something that like people in our society wouldn't be able to wrap their head around, because I know that it is still a backward thinking, backward mentality, but I won't say these days. Most people kind of expect like a woman that's running her family should just focus on running her family alone.
I think that was then.
I feel like people still kind of like have that mentality.
As long as you can balance it, like me, I run my family, and I still run business.
And you still do, like, you're literally a superwoman. You're someone, I feel like you're someone a lot of girls should look up to, because you literally, you also mentioned that you were also a presenter for a short time.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So you were a model, you studied chemistry, you also did presenting, now you're a real estate mogul. It's so fascinating, honestly. Your story is so inspiring. And I'm glad that you were able to come on and share with us some of your insights and your experiences. It's been beautiful having you.
Let's not forget to add, I cook every day too. Like sometimes, sometimes I get back from inspections, like at night, I still do market runs.
Wow.
I do market runs. And sometimes I cook into the midnight. Like I cook till 12 minutes. I just cook bowls of soap, stew, and everything, put everything in the freezer. And also, I do everything every normal person does.
When do you not have time for yourself, literally?
There are days well, even when I don't want to take rest, my body will tell me I need to take rest. By force, I'll just take rest.
Wow. Honestly, it's so impressive, and I'm so glad I got to talk to you. You're literally a role model, someone that we should look up to. Yes, because I'm quite young, and I would like to be a superwoman when I grow up and get married. I'm also having my own job, my businesses, and still running my family. I think it's such a big deal. Being a mom, being a mother is like
taxing.
It's taxing on its own. And then balancing and managing everything else with it.
So most of the time I always have to, okay, for me, when I have time for my business, when I've sorted out the home front.
Yeah,
So
that's when you know.
and then you still have to now slay.
Do you understand? You still have to appear good, look good.
Do you understand? So,
you can't even let that stress show on your face.
No,
like
no,
I'm
no.
impressed. I'm very impressed. Like, well done.
Thank you.
Well done. You're
Thank
doing
you.
so well. You're like an inspiration to women, to mothers. Like, you can be a mom and you can also run a business. Men, your wives can also run a business and also run the family. I feel like you shouldn't. The age of limiting women is over.
Yes.
It has ended. It's ended with the last century.
Yes.
This is a new age. This is a new era. Women, we are multitask. Like, we multitask naturally. So yeah, like, just give us that space. Give us that, time to develop and be who we want to be, literally.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Very important.
Ambassador Rachel.
Thank you.
For sitting on my seat today and joining us today. It's been amazing talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I hope you had fun though.
I did.
I always like to ask everyone.
I actually did not know I would enjoy this session like this. Thank you.
I'm so glad you did.
I did.
I'm glad you did.
Thank you.
So here you go, guys. This is another interesting episode of Behind the Filter. We had Ambassador Rachel share her life, her journey, her experiences, and it has been so inspiring. I hope you take some lessons and learn some of the things that we've mentioned here, especially when it comes to real estate, managing a business, and being a woman in real estate. Yes. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had an interesting time watching. We had fun. I hope you're going to have fun as well. So don't forget to turn on that post notification and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more amazing videos like this. I will see you in the next episode. Looking amazing as always next time. Mwah. Bye. Bye.